Hello everybody, this is my third time trying to record this video. I sounded angry in the prior one, so I'm not going to do that. I'm going to try to stick to the facts. We have a lot of self-inflicted wounds in Bitcoin and in crypto. You may remember MSTR dropping a whole bunch because of S&P 500 hype, people doing anything for clicks on X, big accounts, much bigger accounts than me, doing anything for clicks on X, hyping up S&P 500 inclusion, while we knew full well this was not going to happen on the first go around. Well, we've had the same issue with Bitcoin today. For the past 5 days, people on X have been talking about this game-changing news, big accounts, okay? Everybody's been talking about it. Frankly, the way this was discussed with exclamation marks and all of that, the way this was consistently shielded online could have only been interpreted as possibly the USA announcing they're buying Bitcoin. Everybody, that was a possible interpretation. That was the only interpretation that would have warranted such hype. Such hype could have only been warranted only with this news. And then you find out that the news is that some politician is going to be running for government office and they are pro-Bitcoin, a pro-Bitcoin politician running for office? This is not news. This is not news at all. This is infuriating that people would harvest the clicks. It's like anything for clicks, anything for clicks. And of course the market is dumping on this. Obviously, this is self-inflicted nonsense. Like, I really have a hard time believing that. Sometimes I wish I didn't have this channel, so I wouldn't have to cover this madness. This is fully self-inflicted. The drop in Bitcoin is entirely self-inflicted here. Nothing burger galore is what this is. It's nothing at all, and you hype it up for 5 days. It's extremely annoying. And moving on to even more annoying things is the Fed yet at it, and he ended the speech. Powell ended this speech saying, "Oh, he's probably going to be late for dinner." Well, kindly, Jerome Powell, I would love you to be early for dinner. Every night I want you to be early for dinner. Continuing the bluff, and you can clearly see the market from the moment the speech started, and then it just dumps the market from the moment the speech started. And the speech, I asked AI to summarize it for me. It's the same old stuff. It's always repeating the same old stuff. We're going to be data dependent. You're data dependent when it helps, your idea of interest rates, but otherwise you're not, right? You've never been data dependent for tariffs. No, you're not data dependent for that, but you're data dependent for everything else. But tariffs, you know for sure it's going to lead to inflation. Anyways, the point is, it's the same bluff. The rates have to drop, but every single speech you have to look bearish. And so AI analyzed the tone, and AI is telling me this was a cautious tone. And then he also said that he thinks that stock prices are fairly highly valued. Well, may I remind Powell that most of the valuation in the US stock market has to do with AI. AI is a shift like we have never ever seen before. These valuations, when I analyze a lot of these AI stocks, whether it is Tesla or Nvidia, I find them extremely undervalued. I find Nvidia undervalued. I've said that before in prior of my videos. Like of course, like when you have a leader who doesn't understand AI and doesn't understand the insane shift that the top of the S&P 500 could create, with these top stocks, you're going to think stocks are highly valued. And when you have the news, it's just repeating, the stocks are highly valued, even though he said that last week in the press conference, he said the exact same thing. Stocks are highly valued, but we're not going to do anything about it because it's not in our mandate. That's what he had said already, but they keep emphasizing that. So again, we have loud voices who say a few things, and it just dumps the market. And of course, that's not annoying to the long-term investor. But in the meantime, life goes on, and you got such boredom in the market. And I guess I really don't have a point in this video, except that At some point, the market's going to go up, and we're going to have a few big green days. And we don't know when that's going to happen. But that's going to happen because we have events and events of FUD being spread, both in the Bitcoin world, and you know, I own a lot of Bitcoin-related stocks and Bitcoin, and also in the stock market world, and many of the stocks that I follow really being kept in one side by the Fed, and in the side of Bitcoin, really a fully self-inflicted thing. So anyways, hopefully this video was okay to listen to. This was not investment advice, not financial advice, not social media advice, not telling you who to follow and who to not follow. This is only entertainment. Please like, please subscribe, follow me on Patreon, follow me on X. Thank you for watching and have a wonderful, wonderful day.